Hey there everyone, this is Life. Welcome back to my playthrough of Edge of Nausea Untold. Today we're going to finish up go to the Rada, see if they want anything from us, and then we'll go to Glad Time, if time permits. Something I've been meaning to ask you guys, it's best if I do this at the beginning of the episode, is whether you like the sunlight, or if you like the darkness. I've already tried overhead light, we know how that ends. The blinking screen is the worst thing ever. So, just type it up in the comments, like, do you like the sunlight? Why? Do you like darkness? Why? So it'll help me establish what you guys like more, and then I can help cater to it. So, throw that out there. First, now that I got that out of the way, and we can stop making this not very good for future people who archive binge, but let's just turn this in. Okay. No problem. I'd love to do it. Oh, wow, that's convenient. No middleman. Hello, Vizzle. Yeah, I knew I remembered your name in the back of my head. We met them, we fought them. We didn't fight with them, we fought with Croton Gol. Okay. But we kinda need that. Alright, fine, whatever. Okay. That's a little strange. He doesn't want us to spread rumors about this, does he? Oh, that's not very nice. Okay, so in EO1 the reason Vizzle did this, so I guess this is spoiler warning, so in EO1 Vizzle did this because he was the final boss. He had to keep his secret, and the only way he could keep his secret and keep this town thriving was to make sure nobody got deep enough into the labyrinth. Keep people curious about the labyrinth, but not let people get too deep. So he might be doing this here, if EO1 permits, and that is influenced. Okay, so we can desperately decline Vizzle's offer, which is, albeit probably the best option. I understand. No, we have to do it. It's like, do I want to do it behind his back, or will I tell it to his face I'm going to do it anyway? I'm going to do it anyway. He's not a lord. Abandoning not only the ruin, but exploration of the forest. Yes, I just explained this. Did he say, we of the Rada are staunch supporters of investigation into the forest? Okay, and now he's changed his mind. But now, of course, he's gonna send Ren and talk to, well, stop us. But not this dragon. That's future. Wow. And there's some level ups that I desperately needed. Of course you can. Okay. Is it better for him not to know? Like, Vizzle just told us to not tell anybody, so does that include his secretary? Ah, jeez. This game is actually giving me conflicting decisions. We'll tell him about Kapala's kind gesture. Yeah, it's sad. Thank you, Secretary. I believe he had a name. It started with a Q, I think? Okay. Q, right? Oh, what was your name? You had a name. In EO1, you had a name. Have you ever heard of the talk option? It actually told you his name. Ah, I'm gonna have to look that up now. Dang. That's so sad. So wait for a second, thank goodness. We get the approval to investigate the new strata again. Okay. He is kinda, yeah, I know exactly why he's acting weird too. It's sad, because I get spoilers from playing the first game. Teehee. But, yeah. Trying to hide something? Yeah, yeah. I already know the answer to this question. So we're aware of what happened in the depths of the labyrinth. It's true, but his name bothers me more. Might be pure coincidence, but Vizzle actually recognized that name. Okay, who is that? Vizzle 1,000 years ago as well. Hey, that's a fancy word you got there. A Yggdrasil project. Yeah, it's probably just not. What's that? Okay. Yeah, they're probably the same if I know. I guess I know who the Vizzle character is from EO1. He's old. There's no point in worrying is true, and maybe is related to something else is also true because he is related, but like there's really no reason to worry about it. To glad time, okay. Are we gonna start exploring the Sandy Barrens? Do I want to start exploring the Sandy Barrens, or do I want to go to Gladtime? I like the Sandy Barrens more. The Gladtime bosses are also a real B, but that's the point. I need to go into gears and drop off all of this stuff. So hang on. Okay, let's see what Crotongo's huge fin's gonna give us. Ocean King Gauge. Armor. Limited amounts, 20 into tech. It's decent. It is a tech giver, but that's not vitally important. Oh, I got this off screen from a quest. I should probably mention it. I had it during Crotongo's fight as well. I got this brooch off of one of the quests. I don't remember which one, but hey, I got it, and it's nice. It's like really nice. This actually makes switching to Hexer seem appealing. This item alone, because it gives you It gives a low level character survivability and 10 luck, and it's like, oh my god, instant Hexer. But nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. The HP boost and the TP boost alone are really good. As I was saying before, fourth stratum or Gladtime? I want to explore the fourth stratum because it's my favorite in the game, and I won't let the game change my mind on that. So let's begin exploring the Sandy Barrens, and we'll do Gladtime a bit later. I get tired of just going straight into Gladtime after a stratum ends anyhow. It would be nice to explore one of my favorite stratums from the first game. Alright. So far it seems symmetrical and leads to many doors. I don't know what the shortcut symbol is yet. Maybe we'll find one. And of course in EO1 there wasn't a way to differentiate a shortcut, so there's always that factor. Got a door here. And a door all the way over here. In EO1 there would be a shortcut here that led to Manticore. This would be curious to see if it still exists. So, we'll just leave that there. Nah. We'll learn if it exists later, but remember that in EO1 that led to Crotongo. Oh hey, that's it right there. This leads to Crotongo later. Gotcha. Alright, puzzle's still the same. Thankfully we have arrows in this game now, so you don't have to memorize the path. Yep. Noted. We're about to run into our first fight of the Sandy Barrens. Oh, this is a pretty bad place to stand if this is an FOE. In EOU, they didn't tell you where the... Actually, they were visible on the map, never mind. Still, guys are not friendly. They'll approach you while you're in combat. Okay, this leads straight up and has a junction leading into it. It should be pretty similar to the first game, so I have an advantage in that. But maybe it's just the concept that's the same. We'll have to do this fight quick. Ooh, this song has been remastered. That's awesome. Okay. He's gonna be weak to ice. Might have a conditional slash if he's the same from EO4. Throw a shield smite in there. Ice. We can worry about the root later. I actually want to analyze his butt, but a delayed heal might be more pertinent. Ready for the next attack? Is that your instant death skill? I know you're not thinking about using your instant death skill. I know you don't have an instant death skill, right? I hope you don't. Do I put up a wall? I don't know what it's prepping for, so that's putting me at a weird juxtaposition where I just don't know what to do. Maybe I'll be fast enough to kill it before that becomes a problem. Mass panic! Oh. You just used the most OP skill in the... Okay. If you just... Wow. Sadness. Well, if you keep doing that, it's gonna help. So, is that all he does, is just spam panic scream? Because Arthur can't kill himself. That's preposterous. Thank you. Okay. I knew Arthur couldn't kill himself. There's just no way Arcanists could kill themselves. So that's why I boosted the heal. And I'm glad I was able to get out of that. But, yeah, this is a pretty good time to Randy threat the heck out of here. That was fun. Only I would say something like that. Wow, it's probably just better if I save here and just use a heal on the 8th floor, because otherwise healing heal here is going to be too expensive. I can't really afford to do that. That is bonkers. If I'd known it was a party I didn't know it was going to be party confusion. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have even set up the Vulcan stance in the first place. But, oh well, as things turn out, I need to go find a heal and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back in the Sandy Barrens. Surprise. Let's continue exploring it, shall we? Let's see what's behind door number 1. Okay, so it forces you into the room. That's polite. Oops, that's not how walls work. Where's the... Oh, the walls... Wait, what? It's just at that corner. Okay, then. Got 2 leading right into me. It's a little hard to see the gradient here, but I can see it kind of fine. I assume it forms something like this. This guy's blocking my path forward. Thank you, Sickwood. We'll just move forward over this way. I'm assuming it's still Sickwood, because that's what they were in the first game. There were Sickwoods. Another one blocking my path here. There's probably a way to move them. Hopefully not just by fighting, but we'll see. I don't know what makes them active. Maybe they're active at a time of day? It'd be interesting if they made them that way. Okay, so entering that door immediately takes you this way. They seem to be coercing you to go to the right when you enter on the right side. Interesting. Okay, so now we know the Hexroot is a being of mass evil and just dumb. We'll take care of it ASAP. Set up a sapping. I mean, Shield Might plus Ice kills the stupid rats, but I'm not worried about it. Throw fire at its face. Hit with your gun and then Vulcan stance. The rats are actually of minimal concern. So it seems. Okay, just fire by itself, not even bloody offense will kill them. Gotcha. So all I need to remember is that when those guys show up, snipe them with Arthur. That way they won't ever become problems. Front guard for yourself. Diagnosis. Attack. This makes Vulcan stance much safer. If I have a way to kill the Hex Roots immediately. EOU Hex Roots were never a problem, ever. I got some level ups on me. Limitless max? Limits maxed. Do I want to go for Black Sabbath, or do I want to start working towards Cross Charge? I don't know. So I just hold on to points when I don't know what to do with them, as always. I'm making my way towards Bravery's Gift, because it seems like that would be a good skill to have. I might want to be working towards Volt Wall, but I don't know if our Penalep is going to use Volt skills or not. Okay, got Fire maxed. I might want to start working on Ice. Because we're in Barrens, and I assume that would work. Yeah. And I'll just slowly work these up to 10. It's not much to it. Just making the single target skill stronger. Healing skills. I think I want to work my way back to South to make it re-effective again, but for now I'll work towards Unbinding Refresh to higher levels to remove more ailments from a wider range. I got his Cure to level 2 to improve its effectiveness a bit. And they're putting Sickwoods in the weirdest places. Also, the encounter rate is absurd. Did I mention that? Guess it is. Okay. A lot of mapping in this area is dedicated to looking beforehand and then stepping. So you kind of get an idea of what the map looks like, so... Like, I already know the map has to look something like this at the very least. Right? There's no questioning that. Then when I look over here, I can see that it bends off this way and it must go up. So it does something like that. And you can kind of fill in the gaps before you step. This is something I advise... Oh, that bends towards me. Okay. I couldn't tell that it continued on. Okay. It's cool. They have momentum to them. We'll go this way. Doesn't look like there's too much I can go out here. I can go up this north way, but it will just take me to the same spot, except that there's a hole right there, I think. So we'll make our way there soon enough. There's not much we can do. We're kind of trapped on the left side. I mean right side, pardon me. I get those two mixed up all the time. Also, I'm really good at this game. And... just keep going. Is that Sickwood? Yeah, it's a Sickwood. So it seems the Sickwoods become active the moment you step in front of them. Okay then, that's terrifying. I have to find a way to convey which direction they're facing? That's awful. Well, there is actually a pretty easy way. We can use red paint and an arrow with the red paint to signify which way that it's a Sickwood and which way it's facing. Like we're gonna fight that thing. Might be a problem, just maybe. Yep. Okay, so they made them trees so they can't move. Interesting. So yeah, we'll stick with the red paint for them. We don't really need to mark where the sand is because I'm using arrows for that already. In EOU 1, I just memorized where the sand was. Usually when you map EO1, you have a memory of where things are for a limited amount of time. So as you play the game, you can just kind of memory walk your way through. And it's coming back up. And usually, if this is like EO1, it's going to loop all the way back down and around. Golden antelope. Deer, pardon me. Same thing, right? Let's see. Offense. I know Shield Smite plus Ice kills one of these things, so I'll take advantage. We'll put up a delayed heal, and a Vulcan. Like, the rats don't seem to be dangerous at all. The defense down is pretty bad, because I don't have Defender to negate it. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I'll put up defend. The deer's in the back row, so I assume it can't do anything to the front row people. I don't know what these things are weak to. Vulcan Stance is gonna kill these things, though. That's my main concern. Is that I'm gonna put this diagnosis up and they're both gonna die to Vulcan. Seems like maybe the deer only does that while it's in the back row. The defense debuff is huge, though. The rats are usually pretty weak. Okay, so that's a pretty big defense debuff. Noted. If I had Defender, I could negate it, but I don't have Defender because I removed it for Prayer when I rested for Quan a long time ago. I'm not worried about it, though. How much experience? I think Arthur gained like 4,800 experience from the fight where he survived alone. Wait, what? Okay, I thought I saw an event. Interesting. So you're forced up and to the left for this one? I don't know why. Seems like a weird way to construct it, but... Alright, again, designers know what they're doing, I'm sure. EO1, there was no intrusiveness of the sand. Got an item point? Take it. The encounter rate, though. Okay, so we have to snipe the Hex Root. And these aren't weak to anything. So we know how this works. Shield Smite. Throw Fire, add that, guaranteed. I don't know what the deer do when they're by themselves. I assume they attack. Yeah, they have an attack. It's a lot of damage, though, too. I assume that this will be fine. We'll defend, throw ice, be a little bit TP conservative. Not really need to, because we're about to go in a circle. Fire over there, diagnosis up, attack out. And that's why the defend command is so good. Stops me from dying all the time. Got another flawless one. I wonder what skill I got this time. I'm only level 40 and I'm starting to get at them. From what I know, they're just luck, so... Oh well. Find out. Dried peach tree. And... sand twig. Interesting, we got the two base items. That'll be handy. Another up and left. Interesting. This Sickwood's facing the wrong direction, but that's okay. He's facing that way. Yes, yes, I have to remember when I'm looking down on the map that means, yeah, you have to flip it. I used to have a lot of problems with that in my first run of EO3, where I'd mark things looking the wrong way because I didn't know my left from right when I was looking south. And this should go all the way back down and around, if this is anything like EO1. They can't technically trap you in the labyrinth, they have to be a way out without an Randy thread. Except for certain traps, of course. Looks like this is just pure left. Yeah. This is a little weird. Looks something like that. There's a wall on the other side there. That's a new enemy. Black Boar. I remember seeing this thing in EOU too. I don't It shouldn't act the same as the one in the EOU 2, how I wouldn't hope. We'll try smiting it in the face, see how that works. Please throw fire at the Hex Fruit before it kills us all. Delayed heal and Vulcan as usual. Doesn't do that much damage, it seems. Now it's not going to do any damage to whatever the boar is doing. So the boar is now basically decapitated for damage output reasons. Thank you, Shield Smite, for being amazing in that regard. Should have used Diagnosis. Forgot to. Mostly because I wasn't afraid of the boar anymore. Because when you're arm-bound, you deal less damage. At least physical. Physical damage. You take less physical damage. And it disables arm skills as well. Still making my way to Braver's Gift. More defense up doesn't hurt anyone. I'm getting HP up for survivability, or I can work on attack up to do more damage. I could also work on Medic Bullet. That's also an option. Because it allows her to heal in a pinch. The prayer is already doing us great work here. Looks like all that's happening in this episode is I'm just going to be doing a lap around here, learning the enemies here, and that's all that's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't do anything else this episode. I don't know why it's stopping you from backtracking. Like, all these arrows, like, here don't make any sense. Because even if you could backtrack this way, as long as you had the arrows stopping you from coming in, that's, like, all you needed. I believe EO1 didn't have this redundancy in the arrows, but this game wants it, so it has it. Heavily facing walls is still one of the most interesting paradigms I've ever seen. Paradigms? What word is that? That wasn't the right word at all. One of the most interesting concepts I've seen. There we go. There's a shortcut here in the lower left corner, for reasons unbeknownst to anybody. Is that? Are there no shortcut cues? Am I hallucinating them? This looks like a shortcut cue, but there's nothing here. There's no thing telling you, hey man, this isn't actually a shortcut. And I'm just gonna mark that as weird. Until I see more foliage like that that doesn't lead anywhere, I'm just gonna think that's weird. Right. And we're back at the start where all the doors are, I assume. Looks like it. Yep, alright, we're back. We went full circle. Let's save the game real quick. We'll continue exploring. Let me check how much time we've gone. Okay, yeah, it's been a while, so I'm gonna stop it here. So hey there everyone, this has been Life, as always, thanks for watching. Next time, I'll continue exploring this area and maybe a bit of Glad Time. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.